What's up, friends? GameHub is on. Hope you're doing great. We're eager to notify you about the exciting event of this month and present you the great opportunity to pre-order the console of new generation from Microsoft. In this video, we will cover the freshest news in the sphere of the new Xbox and its technical characteristics. You will hear all the details about the new console gamepad and the objective reasons why to choose exactly this kind of console from Microsoft. At the end of the show, we will tell you its calculated price. So make yourself comfortable and we are ready to go. Let's get started. The new generation console is to have two versions available for sale, Anaconda and Lockhart. Both versions will be equipped with an 8-core processor based on the Zen 2 architecture and a 7nm process technology capable of simultaneous multi-threading technology support, which is abbreviated as SMT. Its maximum frequency is 3.8 GHz, depending on the operational mode. The GPU has a computational performance of 12 teraflops with dynamic ray tracing support. In terms of memory, the console will store data on a 1 TB SSD NVMe Express drive with a read speed of up to 2 GB per second. It will also be possible to connect a similar additional memory card. New console will have 16 GB of RAM. The important innovation: the console will support 8K resolution, and according to the developers themselves, its performance is more than enough for this, since it will be 4 times more powerful than its predecessor. The Blu-ray drive has not been removed from the new generation consoles, so the discs will still be supported. The figures are important, but what do we get out of such characteristics? One of the competitive advantages over the older consoles is ray tracing support. DirectX-based ray tracing will deliver the most accurate imitation of light and sound in real time, rather than any of the previous technologies. As for the performance of the console, it is comparable to a PC, which is based on a GeForce RTX 2080 video card from NVIDIA, HDMI 2.1. The Xbox team has developed a new dynamic latency system for its input controller. To achieve this, they had to improve the HDMI 2.1 specification. Main innovations were made to increase its bandwidth up to 120 Hz, and also implement the so-called variable frame rate and automatic low latency mode. All in all, these improvements would dramatically reduce the response time between pressing a button on a gamepad and visible changes in game action. Hot resume. Also, a quick game resume function has been added that works even when you unplug the console or update its operating system. Xbox Velocity, a special technology built into the company's console. Xbox Velocity unlocks a lot of new opportunities in terms of speed and performance through a revolutionary combination of hardware, dedicated solid-state drive, processor, and deep software integration to create richer and more dynamic living worlds compared to those we had before. Full backward compatibility. The backward compatibility on next-generation consoles will be even better due to higher supported resolutions, faster download speeds, and of course, supreme frame rates. Backward compatibility feature of the new Xbox, which was never possible before, will be even capable of embedding the HDR to 19-year-old games. To do this, the Microsoft engineers have developed a special algorithm based on machine learning. With every generation of controllers, starting from the very first Xbox up to the latest Xbox One S, the hardware team has been driving innovation in gaming. Engineers have crafted a whole new line of elite and adaptive gamepads to improve the performance, quality, affordability, and new features. While considering the new generation, they wanted to leverage the past legacy and bring more convenience to the new. Essentially, the Xbox Series X controller is all about the speed, intergenerational compatibility, and the ability to create a deeper experience. The team wanted to develop a controller that would help fulfill all these intentions fully, bearing in mind that even improvements that at first glance may seem inconsequential can have a big impact on the gaming experience. At the same time, with the consideration of the fans' affection for the current controller, engineers wanted to make sure that they wouldn't change some of the details just for the sake of change. The creation of the gamepad is embodied in intelligent, evolutionary revolutionary ways with the guarantee of muscle memory preservation that has been formed during the use of the previous versions of the console. As a result, the engineers managed to create more rounded bumpers, slightly reduced and rounded parts around the triggers, and more carefully sculpted the handles. These changes were intended to improve the accessibility and comfort for hundreds of millions of people without leaving a negative impact on the true fans of this platform. Now it's time for the real brawl. Two titans of the console gaming industry, Sony and Microsoft, are about to enter the fight ring. To begin, let's compare the technical features of the two. Both consoles are similar in performance. However, there is one clear differentiating feature between them, which is the speed of the game's loading, which is higher on PS5. Based on the technical data, the game loading speed on the PS5 could even be twice as fast as on the Xbox Series X. In fact, this is reflected in our previously announced SSD performance data, which is almost 3 times faster than the console from Microsoft. However, in our opinion, the ability of Microsoft console to deliver high frame rates in 4K resolution is of critical importance for the gamers. In addition to that, the picture on the Xbox will be perfect in 4K resolution due to the special algorithm developed on the basis of machine learning technologies. Therefore, you will be faced with the choice of game's loading speed and the beauty of the game's visual rendering. However, we want to remind you that there are no such large exclusives on the Xbox Series X. However, we want to remind you that there are no such large exclusions on Xbox Series X, as there will be on PS4, and which are planned to be made, apart from Stalker 2, that is to be released on PC and become a temporary exclusive for Xbox. Thus, if you wish to play Stalker 2 on the console immediately after its release, then you should definitely buy the Xbox. As for the cost of two consoles, according to our sources, it will be around €399, whereas a console from Sony will cost you €499. In terms of the design, some people are fond of the console's strict minimalism, of the accurate edges combined with a gorgeous laconic black. Some people love the outperformed and unusual designs with a delightful mix of white and blue. Both consoles will fit perfectly in absolutely any room of your dwelling. They both may become an integral part of the interior of your home. The next generation console's design is absolutely new and cannot even match the design of the previous ones. It is up to you to decide which one to choose. We're here just to provide the necessary information to facilitate your choice. The release for the next generation of consoles is approaching. Despite this, neither Sony nor Microsoft have made any official statements regarding the date when the new systems will go on sale. However, judging by the latest data, the new generation console will be available for sale in the very near future. This time, the source of information was the users of the very popular resource Reddit. They announced that they had received a letter from Telstra, a Microsoft partner in the Xbox All Access program. As a result, judging by Telstra's letter, the company will start accepting pre-orders in the near future. The Australian residents who are looking to purchase a new console from Microsoft will be able to do this very soon. We would also like to remind that in August 2020, the company will hold an event dedicated to the Xbox Series X games, most likely within the framework of the presentation that Microsoft will start accepting orders for the new console. What's more, the Bethesda Softworks has announced versions of Doom Eternal and The Elder Scrolls Online for new-gen consoles. The owners of these games, on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, will be able to get them for free. In addition, the company's specialists continue to work to ensure that the projects support backward compatibility on new consoles. In the official press release from Bethesda, as cited by Western media outlets, the company also promised to speak up on the improvements made for the Doom Eternal and Skyrim Online for PS5 and the new Xbox in the coming weeks. At the same time, the publisher will announce the release date for the projects on the upcoming consoles. Interesting is the fact that the company is not in a hurry to announce the release date for the free version of The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, although the game has been republished many times on various platforms. Now it is about time for us to wind up. Make sure to subscribe to get the latest updates on GameHub. Put a thumbs up and we'll see you in the next video.